Hi, good morning. There's somebody that just entered the room whose name says JXY. Can you tell me your actual name, please?
Jasmine Segura.
And Ms. Segura, are you happy with that profile picture that's streaming live on
It's
YouTube?
used for my email. I'm sorry.
Okay, maybe you should start your video to fix that.
How do I? Oh, there we go.
Okay. All right, I've renamed you. Does that look correct on your screen now?
I just got your email, Miss Dillingham. So thank you.
No problem. Mr. Grimm, you have a very terrible audio connection. I'm going to go ahead and mute you for right now.
All right, not a problem.
that one you can leave it the way it is, so that way you can hear when they're talking.
All right, ma'am. All right, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Hello?
Mr. Mesa, we can hear you. I'm going to put you on mute for right now, though. And so if you have an iPhone or an LG phone on the bottom left of your screen, if you tap it, you'll be able to unmute yourself when the judge calls your name, okay?
Okay, so, all right, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Who is this?
No, it should be good. All right, good morning, everybody. It's close enough to 9 o'clock. Let's get started. Today is April 26th. We're here for County Court, Karnes County. Get started with the docket call. First on the list this morning is State of Texas versus David Medina. David Medina, are you here?
Mr. Ybarra is here in person, Judge, and I believe most of his clients are going to be coming live. So we'll inform the court who's here at the end of the docket call.
Very good. State of Texas versus Cale Wayne Duncan.
Judge, Mr. Duncan's on my screen, second row.
I see you up there, Mr. Duncan. I don't have an attorney listed for you, Mr. Duncan. What would you like to do about an attorney? Unmute yourself.
I need one.
Okay, you want to apply for a court appointed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, State of Texas versus Eddie Torres Monreal. Eddie Torres Monreal. Don't see you anywhere. Javier, he's not in the courtroom, is he?
No, sir, not present here.
Okay. State of Texas versus David Samuel Meza.
Mr. Mesa is on the screen, Judge. He's come in and out twice, so he'll come back on. He was having some
I
technical.
saw him on earlier. Daryl Villanueva. Xavier's in the courtroom.
We'll advise the court if he's here or not, Judge.
All right, State of Texas versus Kyle Earl Williams.
Mr. Barrera had court in several counties this morning, Judge. They were going to be late to the Zoom.
Is Kyle Williams here?
I have not yet seen Mr. Williams.
State of Texas versus Jonathan J. William Mendez. Jonathan J. William Mendez. And Monica or Chris or Stephen, they're all late today.
They're all other places this morning, Judge.
State of Texas versus Daniel Herrera.
Judge, Mr. Herrera is in TDC awaiting transport to, or he's holding on a TDC charge headed to prison. We've sent Mr. Barrera paperwork. He was over in Geo. It's my expectation that he's going to be transported this week. We're hopeful to have the paperwork back before he leaves Geo.
State of Texas versus Carlos Farias. Carlos. Did I hear Carlos? State of Texas versus Felipe Torres Jr. Felipe Torres Jr. State of Texas versus Christina Marie Angana Kane.
He's present in the courtroom.
All right. All right. See there. State of Texas versus Jeanette Zuniga.
Judge, that was disposed of on 4/21.
State of Texas versus Justin Ray Mirales.
Your Honor, he's present here at the probation office.
Okay, is he going to apply for a court-appointed attorney or?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. He is.
Okay. Thank you. For State of Texas versus Eduardo Manuel Hernandez III. I see you there. You're on mute. All right.
Here.
All right. Have you, and Eric, Jennifer, have you talked to Eric?
Eric's having a medical procedure this morning, Judge. He's asked me to get Mr. Hernandez a reset date. He's having this surgery this morning.
All right. Hang tight, Mr. Hernandez, and we'll get you a reset. State of Texas versus Richard Horton. Richard Horton.
And Judge, I've reached out to Mr. Barrera and Mr. Cavazos and Monica to see what their estimated time of arrival is.
Yes, hello.
And that's just Mr. Villanueva is not here yet. State of Texas versus Dontrell Lyons. We're going to reset Eric's, all of Eric's, Jennifer.
Yes, Judge.
Is Mr. Lyons here though?
Your number there you can call.
Okay. State of Texas versus Renee Daniel Garcia.
I would call this number and tell them I can't, and tell them you're in the vein because you can't hear them.
Renee Daniel Garcia. No. State of Texas versus Abel Solis III.
Judge, that was reset to June the 7th.
State of Texas versus Ricardo Sandoval. Ricardo Sandoval. Tell you what, man, you got it easy. These folks not showing up. I'm so ready to go back to court. I don't know why he can't show up today. State of Texas versus Diana Lopez.
Judge, Mr. Guerra and I are on here. We've reached, we've conferred. I've given him a plea agreement. He's going to confer with his client and then circle back with the court, Judge.
Correct.
Very good. Very good. State of Texas versus Elizabeth Lynn Sanders.
Judge, on this one, I did already confer with Ms. Corrala on it. I've gotten her paperwork as well, and we're just waiting to hear if her client's going to accept it or not.
Okay. State of Texas versus Eloisa Salas.
Judge, this is the same announcement. We've gotten Mr. Guerra paperwork.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Good. State of Texas versus Monique Texana Williams. Ms. Williams, I see you up
Williams
there.
is here.
Okay, Ms. Williams, I don't have an attorney listed for you. Do you want to, you can represent yourself, you can apply for a court-appointed attorney.
I'll go with the court-appointed attorney. I don't know how to represent myself.
All right, hang tight there, and you're gonna talk to Courtney here in a little bit. And we'll get
Okay,
you
thank you.
okay? State of Texas versus Richard Gary Garcia.
Janisha, on behalf of Mr. Garcia, he is currently being detained in jail right now.
He's in jail right now, Janisha?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And Judge, they have not logged on this morning. They're having a little technical difficulties. We're going to get with them after docket call.
Good. State of Texas versus Dana Lynn Saylor.
Judge, that was disposed of on April 21st.
Yeah. State of Texas versus Donald Lee Brim.
Judge, Mr. Broom is on here. He has audio.
Yeah, work on that, Mr. Brim. I don't know what's going on with your audio, but
And Judge, he's logged off and logged on several times. I'm going to try to communicate with him in the chat to see if that's more.
okay. When you talk to him, Jennifer, ask him what he wants to do about an attorney.
Yes, sir.
State of Texas versus Bianca Naomi Perez.
Good morning, Judge. Ms. Perez is present with counsel.
I'm here.
Good, thank you. State of Texas versus Sebastian Salas. Sebastian Salas here. State of Texas versus Angelica Amber Hartsfield. Angelica Hartsfield.
There is an Angelica's iPad on here, Judge. Or was on here.
Ms. Hartsfield, if you're on there, you need to check in or we'll send the warrant out for your arrest. State of Texas versus Michael Felix Avalos.
Judge, Mr. Avalos came to court to take care of this matter, forgot his wallet in San Antonio, asked permission of me to drive to Beeville to meet his mother to get the money for his court costs and drive back. So he's going to be late to court, but he did check in here this morning.
He's bringing money though.
Correct. And Mr. Brim communicated with me in the chat that he'd represent himself, Judge.
Very good. Very good. Okay, State of Texas versus Derek Malin Edwards. Derek Malin Edwards. State of Texas versus Fallon Maya Davis.
She's present, Your Honor. Go. Thank you.
State of Texas versus Tracy Tally Williams.
Did we receive the paperwork on that? And I believe you signed it on the 21st as well.
Yeah. State of Texas versus Viceslaw Cott.
Mr. Cott was disposed of on April the 9th by Mr. Chapman, Judge.
Good. State of Texas versus Moises Munguia Espinosa. Moises Espinosa. Yeah. State of Texas versus Jose Alfredo Peralta.
Mr. Peralta is in custody. We'll ask if he needs an attorney.
Say it again, Jennifer.
He's in custody, Judge.
State of Texas versus Christopher Neil Ruiz. Christopher Ruiz. State of Texas versus Marco Antonio Vasquez Villarreal. Marco Antonio Vasquez Villarreal. State of Texas versus Rudy James Spencer. Javier, is Rudy in the courtroom?
And Judge, we need to check notice on this one. This was a referral from the district attorney's office, a reduction from a felony to a misdemeanor. So we'll make sure we have a good address.
He just walked into the courtroom.
Perfect.
Okay. Ask him if you, I'm sure he wants a court-appointed attorney, Javier.
He says he has one, but he doesn't know his name.
I'll look in the computer, Judge.
Thank you. And State of Texas versus Brian Matthew Carroll. Brian Matthew Carroll. No. All right. Do we have any add-ons that I don't have on my list, Jennifer?
I just have a Zachariah Onco, but I don't see him on here, Judge. And I do see that Angelica's iPad did come back on, so I believe she is here now.
Okay. Is there anybody that's on that I did not call your name? You're here for court. Somebody told you. Okay. Sean Taylor, you're first.
Yes, sir. I was having problems with the volume when I first signed in, so I had to sign out and sign back in. I just making sure that y'all knew I was present. Honor.
We'll pull that case, Judge.
Is he? What did you say, Jennifer? What page is he on?
I said we'll pull that case, Judge.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Peter.
We have
Anybody else?
a Melissa Marks in the courtroom, but I'm thinking she's supposed to be over probation. Is that right, Ms. Merton? Y'all expecting her?
What's the name?
Melissa Marks, M-A-R-K-S. She said something about a drug test or something.
She's supposed to do a plea and she needs to take a drug test this morning. So we will send her over to probation if that's okay, Renee.
Yes, that's fine.
All right. Thank you.
Anybody else in there, Javier?
Also, Jasmine Segura, she's set for May 24th, but I see her present as well. She's raising her hand. I think she is muted.
And we'll pull that case, Judge.
Thank you. Anybody else? All right. This Zoom stuff is not fun. Mrs. Dillingham is going to put y'all in breakout rooms individually and with your attorneys. Until you have a piece of paper that's either signed by me or signed by your attorney, don't go anywhere. Hang on and do what you do on your Zoom, but be aware that you are being recorded. This is broadcast on YouTube, and so be mindful of that. Sit tight, and attorneys and clients, let's get started, okay?
All right, good morning, everyone.
I'm sorry. We have an Agapito Alvarado.
Okay, got it.
All right. Sorry.
No, you're good. All right, housekeeping matters like the judge talked about. We are going to be sending everybody a reset if you do not resolve your case here today. If you resolve your case, you'll be getting copies of plea paperwork to execute either here at the Karnes County Courthouse or by email with a waiver of personal appearance. If you do not resolve your case and you have a reset, that reset will come to you from your attorney or from my office by email. You're required to sign that document. You will execute it either with your phone and you can sign it with your phone. You can print it, you can sign it, you can take a picture of it. There's lots of ways to get it back to us. If you don't have adequate access to technology, you can come here and execute that reset. It will need to be returned to us by 5 p.m. so the judge does not issue a warrant for your arrest. If there's plea paperwork and you need to meet with probation, we will make arrangements for you. Remember, this is broadcasting live on YouTube, so if you need to move about your house and do anything, just make sure you turn your video off or know that the world will be watching. There are only 2 of us that can manage all of the cases with the attorneys, so it will take a little bit of time. So just please be patient with us, but we'll get to you as fast as we can. Does anybody have any questions before we start putting people in rooms? Okay, thank you very much. We'll be with you as soon as we can.
Monique Williams.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Monique, I'm going to assign you to a breakout room so I can fill out an affidavit of indigence to get your court-appointed attorney, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so when you see it pop up, you'll join that breakout room.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
How's it going, man?
Good. So I talked to Jennifer about everything. She said on Kane, we can still just do the PTD but waive the drug class if she's taking the drug class. Okay.
Here it is.
Okay, so we'll do the PTD with standard terms minus the drug class.
Okay.
But
how is she going to complete the other conditions?
I mean, there's no around. She's gonna have to come here once a month because PTD is 9 months and it's a 1-year minimum to transfer probation.
I know, yeah. Okay.
I mean, you can.
Well, it'd be the same thing if you would be going on probation, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
But this way it'll keep everything off the record. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
And if she, and I'm assuming she's clean today, right? What is she, over probation or something?
No, she's here.
Okay.
Yeah, she's here.
Then she can,
go to probation.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah, she can go over to probation, do the drug test, and as soon as they tell me it's good, we can start the PTD paperwork.
Okay.
On David Medina. So I told Jennifer, I was like, okay, between the cash bond and the payments made, there's only a $300 balance remaining out of $2,750. She said he's got to pay it. She says we can't plea until he's paid every dime of the balance. I mean, you need to mute yourself.
Jennifer?
Good morning. I'm on it massive. Okay, Miss Davis, you're going to get an invitation to join your lawyer in a breakout room. Fallon Davis.
Hi, sorry.
No problem. Go ahead, click that join and you'll meet up with your lawyer.
Okay.
Thanks.
Jennifer,
Yes, sir.
we had Renee Garcia show up, page 5.
Thank you. Can you ask Mr. Garcia if he wants an attorney or if he wants to represent himself?
You need an attorney representing yourself. What? He'll represent himself.
Okay, we'll take care of him shortly. Tell him to be patient. Thank you. Mr. Hernandez,
Yes.
you heard me make an announcement this morning about your attorney having a medical procedure. I think I apologize that it was unexpected and he wasn't able to get a hold of you. I need to get you a reset so that you and your attorney can be back here in court. So I'm going to go ahead and send you a chat with the words email ? Will you just type your email in there, and then I'm going to send you a reset this morning to get your signature on it, and I'll copy your lawyer on it so that he knows that we're sending that email to you, but then that way we can release you from court. Did you get that chat?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, will you put your email back there?
Okay.
Okay, I got it. So what I'm going to do is that my assistant Deanne is going to send you a reset, copying Mr. Reynolds on it. If you will go ahead and sign it and get it back to us by 5 o'clock today, so you can open it on your phone. I don't know if you have an iPhone or if you have a computer there. Okay. Sign it on your computer, either through Adobe, through Paint, through your phone, however you need to do it. Then okay. Screenshot it or save it, and then send it back to Deanne to the same email she sent it to you with, and then we'll get a copy to your lawyer. And so then we'll see you again on that date, but you're free to go today. Just understand, if you don't get that email by noon, you need to call my office. You should have it here in the next hour, but can you write down our office phone number?
Yes.
Is it? It's 830-780-3736.
Sorry, 783?
780-3736. So 780-3736.
Okay, got it.
Perfect. Okay, you can go ahead and log off. Thank you for being here and on time this morning.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Mr. Taylor, are you still representing yourself? You're on mute. Hit your space bar or you're unmute.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Yes, ma'am. I
know you talked
I
to
had
Mr.
signed a
Mullin
waiver
before.
and a
I'm going to move you into a breakout
yes, ma'am.
room.
I had. Okay, thank you.
Angelica Hartsfield, are you here?
Yes.
Angelica, I think when the judge you weren't on. Do you have an attorney or do you want to apply for a court-appointed attorney?
I had applied last time and I got denied, so I think I'm just going to represent myself. I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Okay, you're going to represent yourself then?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Pettis? Leon?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, your lawyer's on here. She and I just conferred. We're going to get you a reset on this case to May 17th so that it can be with your other misdemeanor case.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you need to visit with your lawyer in a breakout room, or does your lawyer have your email?
Yes, she knows how to contact me.
Okay, so we're going to send that to you. We just need the reset back on this one by 5 o'clock today.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you do that?
Yes, ma'am, I definitely can.
Okay, so then you're good to log off if that's okay with you.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Be very careful. Bye-bye.
Hello, Jennifer. My name is Fidencio. I'm the investigator for Trala. Just wanted to introduce myself. I'll be new to your court. So I sent you a message earlier. So if you need any assistance with those affidavits, I'll be here.
The probation department does those for us in Karnes. So, but I appreciate your offer. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Jennifer, before you leave again, both of the UAs that you sent down were negative.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Jennifer?
Yes, ma'am.
I was just letting you know I was going to step away to go leave FTAs and leave the affidavits for judge to sign.
On Mr. Cavazos, Barrera, and Monica's cases, they said that they had Kimber send over motions for continuance on all of them. I don't know if you got them all, but they're.
I would check e-file and see if they've come through.
Okay, she said she sent them on all of the cases because they're in contested matters. They thought they sent them last week ahead of this because they thought they'd both all be out for a significant period of time.
Okay, I'll look at e-file.
I'm not opposed to that, but if you did FTAs on any of their people, will you hold all of those until we get clarification on that?
Right, I didn't do those.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Jamie, before you go, did we get our poppers back?
Yes, I'm going to send those over to the judge right now.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Brim, I don't know if your audio is any better, but I'm going to send you an invitation to a breakout room and we'll figure out how to get that handled.
All right, not a problem.
Jennifer?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I meet with you when you have a second?
Sure. Ms. Segura, you did want a court-appointed attorney? Hit your space bar. Or you're muted. There you are. You did want a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you've already met with probation?
No, ma'am. I had no idea I needed to meet with them.
Okay, no worries. Ms. Merton or Mr. Moore will pull you in just a second. They're going to get information to you to see if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney. So just be patient. I just wanted to check in with you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
There's somebody labeled on here iPhone. If you're here on an iPhone and your video is off and your name is not displayed, I'm going to hit ask to unmute. Can you tell me your name, please? David Mesa is on here and I don't know where his attorney is. Mr. Mesa, David Mesa.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Mesa, I show that you have Romaldo Orta as your attorney. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't show that I've heard from Mr. Orta. Have you heard from him?
No, ma'am. Since last year, I tried to call him, but he never answers.
Okay, I'm gonna try calling him as well this morning. And so if you don't mind, if you'll just hang on here for about 5 more minutes, we'll see if we
That's
can
fine,
get
ma'am.
him. If we can't get him, then what I'm gonna do is we'll give you one reset to try to get in touch with him. It looks like I've already conveyed an offer to him and gotten him some information so we could get this closed out.
Okay.
So that's our hope to do that. Let me
All
give
right.
him a call though, okay? So you just hang on here.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Jasmine Segura.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to assign you to a breakout room in just a moment, and then I'll get some information from you to complete your affidavit of indigence for a court-appointed attorney.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just be looking for the invite to the breakout room.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Mesa,
Yes, ma'am.
I did not get a hold of him, but I left his office a message. I'm gonna send you a chat right now with a message that says email ? Can you type your email in that chat so we can get you the reset form?
Yes, ma'am.
Any date in June? Okay, Mr. Mesa, I've received that. We're going to reset this into June to give us a chance. We'll fax. I do not have your attorney's email. I just looked. I'm going to fax a copy to your lawyer's office. But if you'll try to get a hold of him and let him know that date, we'll go ahead and get it taken care of. Now, if we send you this reset, can you get it back to us today? You'll have to sign it on your phone and send it back to us.
Let me.
What's that?
Are you going to send me a email?
I was going to send you an email and then you would just sign it on your phone and send it back to me.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so I've got your email here. Can you also put your phone number in a chat just in case that there's some problem?
Okay, that's fine. Could you send me an email so I can look over it? That's in.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay, so this is going to come to you. You should have it before noon. As long as you log in, sign that email and get it back to us or acknowledge the
Okay.
email. We'll go ahead and send it to you right now. Then fax a copy of it to your lawyer and you're good to log off, okay?
All right. So you're going to send me that and then
And then once you get the date, I want you to keep calling your lawyer until you get him on the phone and touch base with him. And then I'm going to fax it and try to get him on the phone as well so that we can get this closed out, okay?
all right, ma'am. Thank you. Ma'am.
But when we reset this, you're going to have to come back live because next month we're back in person. So when you get this reset date, know that you'll have to come back to Karnes County to get this taken care of, okay?
All right, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Miss Hartsfield, Angelica.
Yes.
I have no attorney listed on your case. Do you want a court-appointed attorney or do you want to represent yourself?
I'm just going to represent myself.
Okay, I'm going to send you an invitation to the breakout room. Can I have Angelica Hartsfield's phone?
Brianna or Janisha?
Yes, ma'am.
I just emailed over the court appointments for today. I emailed them to both of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jennifer?
Okay, Monique, if you can hear me, I sent you an invitation for a breakout room with your attorney. If you could go ahead and join that. Hi, Gio. Good morning. It looks like, let me see. Yeah, I think your audio didn't join when you connected. So maybe if you leave and come back in, that might solve the problem. Can you hear me? Okay. I'm going to chat with you. I'm going to send you a chat. Look at your computer.
Jennifer.
Yes, ma'am.
I accepted all of those for Stephen Barrera's office, and I conferred with Kimber, and she reset them to June 7th.
Perfect. And then on, I talked to Brianna Gordon on Justin Marillis. I had already had a signed discovery acknowledgement by Xavier. I think Xavier had been previously appointed on the original case, but he was also appointed on the add-on case. And so then, so if you will reassign that, I showed her the waiver of discovery or the signature of discovery and everything.
So reassign it to Xavier.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Which cars?
Jennifer, can I meet with you really quick?
Yes, ma'am. I actually was going to ask you the same thing. I'm sorry to keep moving you around.
No, you're fine.
Ms. Segura. If you'll hit your space bar to unmute, oh, there you are. Okay. You received a court appointed attorney, and we need to be able to get you a reset so that your attorney can look at discovery. I'd like to get your email so that we can get it to your attorney. I'm going to send you a chat that says email ? Can you put your email in there? Ms. Segura, are you putting your email in there?
Yes, ma'am. I just don't know how to work this thing.
No worries. Okay, I'm gonna now copy it and I'm gonna paste it to your attorney right there. And then she's gonna confirm that she received it. And so, Ms. Segura, I'm gonna send a reset to your attorney, and then your attorney's gonna send it to you. And then you just need to get it back to the court by 5 o'clock today. Can you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, it's gonna come to your email. We're gonna get it out before noon here today, and then your attorney will get it out. If you don't see anything by 2 o'clock, you need to contact either Miss Davis or my office to check on the status of it, and we'll contact her, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're good to log off that Zoom, okay?
What number do I call back on?
If you have a question, Miss Davis will give you the number over there.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
I'm gonna attach you my phone number right now, just so you all have it, okay? So write it down.
Or to Janisha.
You should have received a message from me, Mr. Yar.
Yes, ma'am. I just got it.
Okay, and write that down because once you pop out of here, it'll go away. And so once you've got that, you've both got your email now, you're free to log off, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Bye-bye. Janisha, I'm sending you back to Mr. Duncan.
Thank you.
Jennifer, can I hop into a room with you whenever you have some time?
Yes, ma'am. Xavier. Can you see?
Jennifer.
I know that they were supposed
Jennifer, if you want to go ahead and get paperwork sent over to me, we'll go ahead and proceed with that.
Okay. I can get it to you, and then the one thing that it does need is these release of bonds and the waiver of personal appearance will require a notary. Mr. Duncan, do you have access to a notary? Are you in Karnes County?
I'm in B County.
Can you find a notary in B, or do you need to come to Karnes to get?
I can find one in B County. I'm sure I can go to the bank.
So yeah, we'll get it all over to you this morning, and then we can get it to Mr. Duncan. You can get it to Mr. Duncan by this afternoon.
That'll work.
Perfect. So Mr. Duncan, when your attorney gets you this paperwork, she's going to send it to you by email. Make sure you get it all notarized. It'll have to come back to your attorney. She'll sign off on it then, and then it'll come to me. We'll then get it to Miss Leal, who you see on here, labeled as clerk, and then she'll get it to the judge for signature. But we need it back to your attorney by 5 o'clock today, okay?
Okay.
And just make sure I would call the bank and make an appointment or something, because with COVID, they normally make you have an appointment, and I think the lobby will close at like 3.
Okay.
All right, so you're good to log off the Zoom then if you understand all those instructions.
Yes, ma'am. That's it. Okay. I just check out my email, then it should be there, and I'll get those notarized.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I'll go ahead and give you a call as well, just to make sure that you understand everything and when to specifically be looking for it.
Yes, ma'am.
Talk to you soon.
Okay. Thank you.
Jennifer, do you have time to go to the docket so I can get the FTAs going?
Okay, yes. Brianna, you're good with the Miss Williams, and she can, Miss Williams, your attorney's going to get a reset, and she's going to send you that reset. You'll sign that reset and then get it back to your attorney, who will get it to me before 5 today, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you're good to log off the Zoom.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, I've got, everybody's here on page 1. Oh, you're on the phone. Sorry.
Sorry, I was talking to Paul.
Okay, on page 2, I have no on Eddie Torres Monreal.
Right.
And then I have no Daryl Marcus Villanueva. Did he show up?
We reset that one to June 21st. Well, Deanne gave me a reset for him.
Okay.
And then the Chris Cavazos and Stevens are reset to June 7th.
And did Carlos Frias, was he here?
I
I have a no-show on Mr.
No show. I have an FTA.
Okay, perfect. So do I. And then nobody on page 4.
On Dontrell, are you wanting me to wait on his until you hear from Eric, or?
You reach out and ask Mr. Reynolds if he got a hold of him and see what the status is. Can you hold it until tomorrow and we'll see if Eric surfaces?
Yes.
Okay. And then I have no Ricardo Sandoval.
Right.
Lopez was here with Kara. Sanders, Salas. And then I have no Sebastian Salas on page 10.
Right. And what about Avalos?
Avalos is supposed to come back from Beeville. I have not yet seen him, so I guess if he doesn't show up by 5, then yes, but he was here this morning.
Okay.
And then no Derek Edwards.
Right.
On page 12, no Moises Espinosa.
Right.
I show, okay, so I've got to check to see if Mr.
He's not in Karnes.
Jose Peralta was not in Geo anymore, so Deanne's telling me he's
Okay.
released. So I'm gonna verify on the roster right now, just for purposes of our Zoom. And I have no Christopher Neil Ruiz.
Right.
I have no Marco Antonio Vasquez Villarreal.
Right.
And I have no Brian Matthew Carroll.
Got it.
And then we had Zachariah Onco on, but we show an active warrant already.
Right. Yes, on that one.
Okay. And then I do not see Jose Alfredo Peralta on our jail docket as of April 26th at 11 a.m.
Okay, so I'll do FCA on that as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. There is somebody on the Zoom with the label of iPhone. I don't know who this is. Can you tell me who you are? It shows you're unmuted. I'm going to hit ask to start video. Can you tell me your name, ma'am? Your audio is not working. I'm going to ask you to drop it in the chat maybe. We can see you. I just sent a message to you that says, okay, Elizabeth Sanders. So Jamie, Elizabeth Sanders is here on the iPhone. So Miss Sanders, your attorney asked to continue your case to June the 7th. So
Yes.
Your attorney is going to be sending you a copy of that motion for continuance. You're going to come back in person to court here in Karnes County on June the 7th, okay? We can't hear you, so just if you could give us a big nod to me. Okay, sorry about that. Thank you. All right, you're good to log off. Look for an email from your attorney. Okay. Okay, so it's my understanding that Mr. Ybarra has reset David Medina to June the 14th. Mr. Medina, are you there? Xavier. Okay, Mr.
Yes,
Medina.
ma'am.
Okay, Mr.
Yes,
Medina, it's my understanding your attorney is going to reset your case to June 14th to give you some time to work on some things. Is that your understanding?
That is correct. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so your attorney is going to email you a reset and you're going to sign it today and get it back to us by 5 o'clock. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am. I can do
All
that.
right, so just make sure you sign it, however you need to do that, get it back to your attorney. Your attorney will get it to us, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
He's got your
Does
email.
that does that be notarized? I know earlier.
It's not. No, just regular signature.
Got you. Not a problem.
All right, and he's got your contact information.
Yes, he does.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and let you log off the Zoom. Just make sure you get that back to us, okay?
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Very much. Javier. Is there anybody else in the courtroom that needs anything from any of us?
Thinking you're working with the prosecutor, right? What about you, sir? Who's your lawyer? What was your last name again? Mr. Spencer's here. I think he's still waiting to see who his attorney is.
We did, okay, so we did check, Deanne checked and he does not have an attorney. He probably did a poppers when he was in custody. Can you send him over to the probation department so that he can get an updated poppers?
Okay. And what was your name? You already talking with the attorney and stuff? Okay. All right, I'll get him sent over.
Thank you. Okay, Renee, Courtney, one of you. We're gonna send Mr. Spencer over to you if that's okay.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, thank you so much. Do you have anybody in your office that needs our attention?
Justin Morellis.
Mr. Morales is gonna, he has Mr. Ybarra here. It looks like that is a case audit to determine how he's doing on probation. Can you send me an email to let me know what his status is, if he's in compliance, not in compliance?
Okay, yeah, I can do that for you, Jennifer. I'm
If,
supervising.
if he's in compliance, yeah, I mean, as long as you can do it later today, you can let him go, but this was a case, we held it for 6 months based on the status of how he did on the 12-month probation.
Okay, yeah, he's aware, Jennifer, and I'll send that to you after lunch.
Okay, so if you'll go ahead and can you send him over here to just sign a reset, and we'll set him for a status check in June, and then if your email's fine, then we'll go ahead and close this other case out.
Okay, yeah, I'll let him know.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Janisha, I'm going to put you back in a room real quick.
Okay.
Courtney or Renee?
Yes.
Okay, on Mr. Spencer, will you just make sure that legal aid gets a copy, make sure they have his email and his phone number. I assume we're gonna need to get him discovery on the type of case this is, but we'll get him a reset today. Unless you think he doesn't have access to technology, in which case, when y'all are done with him, will you just send him back over here to sign a reset?
Okay, you got it. Yeah, I'm about to talk to him right now.
Okay, perfect. So we're gonna go ahead and close out our Zoom. We've got everybody in our courtroom handled, and I believe Mr. Karnes handled Mr. Medina. So does anybody have anything else?
Negative.
Okay, good to see everyone. Thank you. Looking forward to seeing you all in real life next month.
Yay.